Hello everybody, this is NFan here, and this is race number 5 in season number 1 of the NRLOA ARCA Racing Series presented by Krispy Kreme. We are here at the Watkins Glen International with the boot for the New York ARCA 150, the first and only road course race of the season here in the ARCA Racing Series presented by Krispy Kreme, and it should be a fantastic one like we had on Saturday in the Menard Super Truck Series. Almost forgot the name of that series. I tell you, I have so many series on this channel, I can't keep them straight. Anyways, 31 drivers in the field to start this race, and a past winner starts on the pole. That is the number 53 of Mason Powers. Let's get to the starting lineup. It is Powers on the pole. Alongside him, Nick Smith. We have Wolfgang Stone, Jesse Turner, Stuart Gratton, Oscar Ramirez, Austin Spencer, Julian Quintero, Trey Bartow, John Arndt, Matt Tuck, Hairgel Arvin Alonso, Blaine Keys, Johnny Bryant, Philip Goldberg, Davey Johnson, Dan Park, Tristan Allen, Cole Baker, Garrett Tenor, Zachary Fitzwater, Grayson Acevedo, Jordan Newman, Nicholas Gratton, Reagan Whitlock, Dean Wicker, John Andrews, Tyler Selzman, Nicholas Samadio, Ryan Madden, and Jake Ferguson. That's the full field starting here at the Watkins Glen International with the boot. A 7-lap race here today for the New York ARCA 150, and this is the first and only road course race of the season here in the ARCA Racing Series. These guys will start to roll off, and hopefully they all roll off, and it looks like they all do, so that's great. All 31 cars will start today, but don't count on all 31 of them finishing, because we get some crashes here at this racetrack. It's pretty crazy. That's why I love racing here. Anyways, let's get this thing started. Mason Powers, Nick Smith. Here we go. We're green at the Watkins Glen International. Down the front stretch they go. Nick Smith getting a run on the outside, but Powers has the run on the inside. But they're going to remain side by side for the lead. Going up the hill now through the S's. Mason Powers trying to get the advantage, but Nick Smith has a good run on the outside. He's got the inside this time. But now Mason Powers will have the inside, and they're going to remain side by side, exiting the S's. Down the backstretch they go. We do not race on the chicane here with the boot. And we're going to go right into the carousel. Mason Powers is going to file behind Nick Smith, and Nick Smith takes the lead here at Watkins Glen. Powers down the second. He's under fire from Wolfgang Stone, trying to take second from the 53. But they're going to remain single file, and Nick Smith, who has finished second twice this season already, he's up front in the number 7. It does appear that everybody's going to get through that current turn okay. It's one of those tough turns from some guys. Wolfgang Stone's going to get a run to the inside of Mason Powers for second place. That's good news for Nick Smith. 52 getting a run to the inside of Mason Powers. And Wolfgang Stone's going to take it. Or is he? Powers is going to have the inside this time. They're still side by side for second place between Mason Powers and Wolfgang Stone. Nick Smith starting to pull away with these guys going double wide. Wolfgang Stone off the track a little bit there. And this is a place where you really want to watch out. Doesn't appear, though, that they're going to crash, but Wolfgang Stone almost came and clipped the 53 of Mason Powers. Exiting turn 11 is where we see guys overshoot the corner and hit the outside wall. We've seen that a lot. We saw it a lot in the Truck Series race back on Saturday, and in past series that have raced here on Napa Fan, we've seen that a lot as well. And all 31 drivers are still on the racetrack. There's our last winner, John Andrews, who I made a mistake in that race, that he won at Toledo last time, back on Friday. I said that race he won at Toledo was his first ever win on Napa Fan. That is not true. He won the second race of the season in Season 1 of the Aero Electric Pro Series. That was half a year ago, and I completely forgot about that, so my bad there. 2-time winner on Napa Fan, John Andrews. Nick Smith still out front. Jesse Turner on the outside, looking like he's going to fall back a little bit. Not sure where he was running, but he's got somebody to the outside of him. That's Stuart Gratton in the 23. Somebody went off the racetrack there. I see some dust, but we're still green. Well, of course, we're going to be green the whole way through. This is a road course, and we don't have cautions on the road courses. But We haven't crashed yet, and all 31 guys are still out there. So it is Nick Smith out front in the number 7 trying to get this win here in the NRLOA ARCA Racing Series presented by Krispy Kreme. He came really close to winning at Daytona. He came really close to winning at New Smyrna, but he finished second in both of those events, and I think since then he's finished in the same position the last 2 times he's raced, and that's Oscar Ramirez into the outside wall there. Dan Park onto the outside wall. I think that's it. It is still all 31 cars out there. That's something. But Nick Smith, he's finished in second, and he's finished the same position the past 2 races as well. I'm not entirely sure what position it is. All I know that it awards 6 points, I think. So that would probably be like around 23rd place or so. But yeah, Nick Smith has only finished in 2 positions so far. And if he were to finish second here, it would remain that way. But he's right now out front and starting to pull away from Wolfgang Stone in the 52. Now Wolfgang Stone, he won at Daytona earlier this season. And Mason Powers, he won at Talladega. So Stone and Powers have both won so far this season. They're both in the top 5. Gratton and Jesse Turner, they're having a tough battle here for 4th. And Turner's going to take it back from Stuart Gratton there. My apologies for the cough here. But a little post-nasal drip. Not fun. Julian Quintero battling side by side with Austin Spencer. Spencer's going to take that position from him. And I'm actually kind of surprised at how calm this race actually is. The truck race was insane. But these guys seem to be racing a little better than they were in that truck race. Spencer's in the wall. That's going to allow Quintero to take a position from him. And it'll open the door for John Arnn as well. And I think we've had our first casualty. There's Zachary Fitzwater all torn up in the number 5. And Tyler Selsman as well in the number 60 with damage. And better not hit that wall. But Zachary Fitzwater, he's all torn up in the number 5. And it looks like his day is going to be done. We are now over halfway through this race, I think. Yeah. Over halfway through the New York ARCA 150 here at the Watkins Glen International. Hold on just a minute. Okay, I'm back now. Double wide action here between Oscar Ramirez and Trey Bartow, but that's the first and I think it may be the only double wide battle in the field. I'm very, very surprised at the calmness of this race. We did have that one crash with Zachary Fitzwater. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. But Wolfgang Stone has not fallen off this number 7 yet. And it's still very possible that this 52 can close up and make that 7 go on the outside exiting 11. And if that were to happen, most likely the 7 would hit the outside wall. When you're going double wide exiting turn 11, you know, normally it just doesn't work. I don't think we're going to have any double wide exiting turn 11 this time. And everybody, well, Mason Powers did not get through that turn okay. He's going to lose a position to Jesse Turner. And he might lose one to Stuart Gratton as well as he overshot that corner there. But the leader, Nick Smith, has gone through this track very cleanly today. So has Wolfgang Stone. These seem to be the 2 strongest cars in this race. See Mason Powers trying to gain some positions back. He's going to lose one here to Julian Quintero in the 64 if he's not careful. They're going to be side by side. Well, no. Powers is going to file right behind him. Down that long back straightaway, you can get a bit of a draft on the car in front of you. Going pretty fast there. Wolfgang Stone had a slightly faster speed than Nick Smith when they were going down the backstretch there. Stone going a little high. He's off the racetrack a little bit. That's going to slow him down. Here comes Hergel Arv Alonso underneath of Oscar Ramirez for 10th place. And Alonso's going to take that position from him. I'm still really surprised at the calmness of this race. Normally when we race here at the Watkins Glen International with the boot, it's pretty crazy out there. But it's been a very calm race. And the only guy who has gotten knocked out in this race so far is Zachary Fitzwater. Now we do have some cars with damage back here. But other than that, it's been a very calm race. Not many people have been overshooting this corner here. Now Nick Smith went a little wide. And that's going to open the door for Wolfgang Stone to close up on him. That was a bad mistake by Nick Smith, overshooting that corner. Here comes Stuart Gratton to the inside of Jesse Turner for third, but Wolfgang Stone's right on the back bumper of the 7. Stone trying all he can to close up to Nick Smith. Stone trying to get his second win of the season here in the ARCA Racing Series presented by Krispy Kreme. And get his 4th ever win on Napa Fan and the 3rd this year. Had a pretty successful career here on Napa Fan. Turner's going to remain in 3rd place as Quintero's trying to get to the outside of Stuart Gratton. Gratton's going to file in for 4th, I think. I definitely think the race for this wins between Nick Smith and Wolfgang Stone. They've gapped 3rd place pretty well. And got a good side-by-side battle going on here between Quintero and Gratton. Quintero hanging tough in the 64, trying to get to the outside of the 23, but he just can't do it. And there he comes. There he goes, I should say. Wolfgang Stone to the inside of Nick Smith for the lead with 1.5 laps to go. He waited at the perfect time. But I don't think he's going to get it. He's going to allow Nick Smith to stay out front. So Wolfgang Stone was alongside the 7 there. He had every opportunity to pass him. But he decided to let the 7 go. But the 7 knows he's there. Will he overshoot this corner? He's a little wide there. And that's going to allow the 52 to close up a little more again. White flag here at Watkins Glen in the New York ARCA 150. Who's it going to be? Wolfgang Stone. He almost got to the inside of Nick Smith that last lap, but he was not able to do it. And it is still Nick Smith out front in the 7. Smith has led every lap so far in this race. But will he lead the most important one? He's got to hold off this 52 if he wants to do it. Down the backstretch for the final time. Wolfgang Stone is not going to give this one up easily. But neither is Smith. So they enter the boot for the final time. Jesse Turner back here is starting to close up a little bit, but I don't think he's going to have enough time. It's where Wolfgang Stone got the run on Smith the last time. He's not going to get one here. Wolfgang Stone still has a shot, though. It's very possible that this 7 could overshoot turn 11 on the final lap. He's overshot it a little bit the past couple of times, but we're just going to have to see what happens. It's going to come down to that final turn. Exiting the boot, Nick Smith still out front, trying to cap off a dominating performance here at the Watkins Glen International. He's led every single lap so far. But will he lead the last one? Smith's going in a little hot, but he's going to be able to hold him off. And Nick Smith wins the New York ARCA 150 here at Watkins Glen. He led every single lap. And a very good day for Nick Smith in the number 7, winning here in the NRLOA ARCA Racing Series presented by Krispy Kreme. Wolfgang Stone kind of fell off of him there on the final lap. But anyways, it is Nick Smith, his second career win here on Napa Fan, his second win of 2016, and his first in the ARCA Racing Series. Take a look at the full standings right there. Wolfgang Stone finished in second. Jesse Turner, Stuart Gratton, and Julian Quintero, the top 5. Then it was Mason Powers, John Arndt, Trey Bartow, and Austin Spencer, and Herjo Lar Malonzo, the top 10. Take a look at the rest of the results right there. The only guy not to finish was the number 5 of Zachary Fitzwater. I'm not entirely sure how he crashed, but it happened, and he finish in last place for this race. But congratulations to Nick Smith. Apologize that this race wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Anyways, Nick Smith should be happy because he's the winner of the New York ARCA 150. So thank you guys very much for watching. Here are the points for the ARCA Racing Series, and that is it for me. So thank you guys very much for watching once again. Congratulations to Nick Smith, and I will see you guys later.